Good morning, everybody. We'll be just starting in a second. Let me just get my screen up. There we go. And this here. Perfect. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Let's say hello to everybody. I missed you all. It's been a fun weekend. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's start by saying hello to everybody. We got almost 200 people here in just a minute. Hey, Devin, Arnulfo, Ivano, John, Brian, Kevin, Cheese Grade Trader, James, Scotty, Dave, Robert, Norman. Good morning, everybody. Ringo, hey, Ringo, Delroy, Rihanna, Mark, David, Javad, Omar, hey, Omar, Beam Clay, Ruth, Whitco, Keith, Wayne, good morning, Eagle Beagle. Wade, Stacy, Jeff, good morning, Moondog. Penny, hey, Penny, haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Stephen Edward Jr. Jr.'s here. Matt, Lloyd, Bancroft, Dave, Harry, Warren, Delbert, John, Dave, Steve, Sin, Ray, Shamens. Good morning, Shamens. Jody, Steve, RP. Good morning. Good morning from the coast of Costa Blanca, Spain. My, oh, my. George, Just Jen, Gregory, Moondog is back from the gym. Not back from the hospital, back from the gym. That's what we want to hear. That's what I like to hear. Kirk, Angie, Kevin, Jean, good morning. JB, good morning, Cam. Good morning. Good to see you. Bugs, hey, Bugs. Illinois grain farmer, Richard, Angie, Charlie. Good morning, Richard. I hope you had a good weekend. Thank you for the nice email yesterday. Jill, good morning, Jill. Art, Hopium, Krish, Jesse. Ooh, we got a lot of people here. Let me back up. I don't want to be rude here. We got Jesse, we got Kurt, we got Deanna, we got Henry, we got Mike, we got Bill, we got Richard. Good morning, Richard. Barry, Ira, K. Lopez, John, the Dragon. Ooh, Mr. Dragon is here. I like that. Ralph from Atlanta, Richard, Genevieve, Duzzy, Tom, Eduardo, Frank, Ron, Steve, Jay Blazer, Chad, Kathy. Good morning, Kathy. Naples fan, Bob. Hey, Bob. Hope you had a good weekend. Send me an update. I haven't had an update from you last week or so, and I'll be joining that thing we talked about this week. I feel back to normal again. Santiago, Richard, David, Stefan, Option, Helen, the sassy trainer, Thomas, Peanuts, Gordon, Raj, Don, Next Gen, Kirk, Terrence, Kevin, Hopium, John, David. Good morning, everybody. Folks, if you're just coming in here right now, I appreciate it. Please do two things. Two things. First thing, please hit the thumbs up button. I'm getting ahead of myself. Please hit the gearbox. The gearbox will help to make sure you're watching at clarity because we do look at a lot of charts and data, and I'd hate for you guys to get a fuzzy picture. So make sure you're watching at 1080p. See how mine goes to auto? You don't want auto because auto will put you wherever the best internet is for them. You want to force 1080p. Yes, force 1080p. Exactly, Bugs. And two, if you're benefiting from this presentation, from this show, and I feel like I could use some caffeine this morning. I need a little woomph. I'm still a little too relaxed from the weekend. Hit a thumbs up. One thumb. If you do it more than once, it'll negate it. See how it takes it away? So just one time. If you're getting benefit, if you're not getting benefit from this show, that I totally get it. That's fine too. And please hit the subscribe button, the bell, so that you'll get an alert the minute that I go live. You don't have to rely on Telegram. All right. Again, that's up to you. I'm not going to force you to do that. That's your own call. Spider Monkey, Scampy, Gregory, Peter, Claudette, Walt, Sergey, David. Good morning, Kai. Good morning, everybody. Spider Monkey. Good morning, folks. If I'm not giving you, if I'm not giving you a shout out, it's because I'm not seeing your name. Just say hello to me again, or it's because it's not posting your name here. I'm not ignoring anybody here. I know that some. I know I have a guy named Roger, and he says hello to me, and I could never see his name. Maybe it's because we have the same name. I don't know. I'm not a techie. Hey, William from Connecticut. Ooh, you're traveling. Well, I tell you this, I'll bet you a nickel the weather is better in Connecticut than it is in South Florida right now. Okay. Hey, David, good to see you. Rick, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay, let's start with what are the small cap stocks that are buzzing this morning? We got a couple of things buzzing this morning. I'm not seeing anything great though, but here's what I am seeing. Just to give you heads up, I'm seeing a couple of things. I'm seeing the stock Octo. When I called it, it was at 715. It's already above our price. Well, just to show you how. So the price I had was 715, but in the last hour, it has gone up again. So the new price is 845. 845. It already went up a full dollar after I look at this. I have this thing right here at 715, and already it's at well, just shows you how they work sometimes. So the new level for this is 844, 845, okay? For Octo. This thing is moving. And then the other one is PT. And that one, I don't think you'll have you'll have a setup with that one, but that one is over $2. And then this one is not a small cap, but it is a mover. Ford. Now, this is not Ford Auto Company, okay? But this is a high flyer. It's a footwear company, and you would only want to buy it. It is a Momo stock. It is a momentum stock. You'd want to buy it if it's above 46.70. So again, Octo, my first price was 715. I'm glad I don't post these for you early in the morning. Again, now the price has changed to 840, 840, 840. Just say 840 right here. 840, 845, around here somewhere. Here. Yeah, 840, 845. Basically above the pre-market high. Pre-market high. And again, you have PT above $2 and Ford, which is not the car company. This is the car company. Ford. It's got a lot of volume, and only if it goes above 46.70. Okay. The only one I think is going to possibly hit for you today is Octo. And again, above the pre-market high. So if it rallies right now, it's going to be the pre-market high. Right now, pre-market high is right around 840. Okay. It might have my at 715, but it's already past that. These morning stocks are, hey Sean, good morning Sean, good morning Scampy, good morning Dave, good morning Waterford, CJ, John, Rick, David, good morning guys, good morning Mark, David. Um, these stocks, they're very exuberant, for lack of a better term. They move really fast, as some of you already know. Ooh, Krish says North Virginia, 53 degrees. Oh, amazing. I could use that right now. Okay. And we'll talk about, so those are the small caps. As far as now let's move to our regular market segment, okay? Remember, small caps are on their own. They're not dictated by what institutions are doing. They're gauged by what retail traders are doing, which is why volume is the most important component. For institutions, volume is not the most important component because we get plenty of volume most of the time. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. That's good numbers. So a lot of people are coming back from holiday, and we're getting towards the time of the year where market action is going to get a little volatile. So it's Monday today. Mondays are not big days for the market. As you guys already know, it's not a big day for the market. But you could see we're up on Dow, we're up on the Nasdaq, we're up across the board, we're up on the small caps, we're up on the mid caps. So far, we have clarity. The problem is this is randomness. This is randomness. This is not over 150. This is not over 100. This is not over 150. This is not over 140, 120. S&P isn't really showing much here. So this is randomness. This doesn't mean much. Yeah, I bet, William. I bet. My wife was just telling me one of her friends went somewhere up where you're at, Connecticut, and it's 54 there right now. She was just telling me that a minute ago. All right, let's look at a couple of things. What are the catalysts for today? Can anybody tell me? What are the major catalysts? And no, we're not talking about small caps. And there's not a lot of catalysts today, but they're very specific. Can anybody tell me what the catalysts are today? I'll give you guys a few minutes to get your thoughts together. Ah, love that Eagle Beagle. Good morning, Eagle Beagle. Consumer credit. Okay, Nikkei. All right, fair enough. I'll give you that. XLF. Ivana, why do you think XLF and why do you think XLV? Just out of curiosity. Oracle. What's Oracle doing today? Let's see. Oracle? Yeah, Oracle's definitely it. What's going on with Oracle? Can someone tell me? Oracle's definitely in see, I didn't have Oracle on my list. Richard Feinberg just found Oracle before I did. He's good. He's getting good at this. Richard, what's going on with Oracle this morning? Is it an upgrade, downgrade? Hey, Wesley, what's going on with Oracle? It's definitely a catalyst. There's no question about it being a catalyst. It's up over 2.6, over 2 point something percent. But I don't know what's going on with it. I guess is it earnings? Is it earnings today? Let's see. What's going on with? Yeah, I guess no, earnings are not till tomorrow. Is it an upgrade? Yeah, it's probably an upgrade. Okay. All right. See, I did not catch that. By the time when I was doing this, they didn't have it yet. Let's see if they added it to the thing. They add it as the time goes on. And this is why I sometimes don't get catalysts, but you guys do. Nope, not here. Good job, Richard. Well, Richard just found the catalyst that I didn't. Okay, good job. Hey guys, let's give Richard a big thumbs up. Good job, Richard. Good job. Seriously, good job. Okay, well, here are my catalysts. I'll give you my catalysts. Okay, Richard, APP is not a S&P 500 stock. Okay, it's not an S&P 500 stock. So here's my catalyst: fintech because of Hood. Fintech, definitely fintech because of Hood. Hood is up 8% right now. 8%. Okay, 8%. So Hood, definitely a catalyst. Good job, Richard. Good job. Network stocks, definitely a catalyst. If you want to add APP to network stocks, that's fine, but they build ways for people to make apps on their smartphone. They're not really a large cap stock. So I don't think APP is going to have a catalyst, but Hood will. Medical devices, not healthcare, medical devices, very, very important. DXCM. I think all of you missed this, unless I'm mistaken. Jim from Alabama, SATS, Hood, Chewy, and APP are not in the S&P 500. Do you guys remember me telling you if a company's not in the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq 100, it's not going to be a catalyst? Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that? Jim from Alabama, do you remember that? It's not Ford, Carlos. It's not the same. It's not Ford. It's not Ford. It's a different Ford. It's not F. It's Ford. It's a small company. It's not the Ford that you think it is. That's what I mentioned earlier today. Ticker for Ford is F. This is FORD. Okay. So Jim, from now on, before posting three stocks that are not in the S&P, you're going to go right here and you're going to find out if the stock is in the S&P, right? You're going to find out the way I taught you by putting the ticker symbol and going to price overview. And you can see right here, Jim, very, very easily, just by going to price overview on a free bar chart that doesn't cost you anything, you could see right here that those stocks are not in, I mean, it's in the Nasdaq 100, but it's not in the S&P. That's why I said APP could be possibly. But Chewy, look at Chewy. It's not nowhere near there. It's nowhere near there. You see that? Nowhere near there. This is a lesson for you guys because you keep making the same mistake over and over again. SATS. See, Jim, all you had to do was come here and you'll see it's not in the Nasdaq 100. It's not in the S&P 500. Therefore, it can't be a major catalyst for large cap stocks. And we're looking for catalysts for large cap stocks. Okay. See that? There's an objective way for you to find the truth. So you don't have to guess. All right. And you guys keep doing this every single day. Jim, I'm not signaling you out. I'm just saying that people keep doing this every single day. All you have to do is type in this ticker symbol and go right here to price overview. And it's free, doesn't cost anything. I'm going to give you guys the link for that right now. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Just go there and find out. Okay. So, but they're up pretty good today. Hood is up, but they didn't have a chance to trade on it. Hood is trading now up 8% and APP's up 9%. They're definitely going to be a catalyst. Okay. So Oracle, computer networking, APP, if you want to get into it, I don't think it's a major catalyst, but it could be even because it's in the Nasdaq 100. Fintech, because of Hood. Oil, somebody said crude oil, but I'm not seeing crude oil doing anything at all. I mean, it's just kind of it's still in this channel, so I'm not really seeing it doing anything. But there is a major catalyst for the bond market, which is breaking out above the 200-day moving average. There is a catalyst for John Short, who said Nikkei. Just say Japan next time. So what did you guys miss? Financials, bond market, financials, and you guys missed Japan. There's something happening in Japan. We'll talk about that right now. So crude oil. All right, crude oil is up 2%, but it's still in this range, Richard. You see that? Until crude oil breaks up or down from this range, there's not going to be a major catalyst. You could see it can go up 2% per day without a major catalyst. I'm just not seeing it as a catalyst right now. Okay. Yes, but it was announced after the market closed, guys. Folks, when did we find out that Hood and APP were going to be part of the S&P? During market hours or after market hours? After market hours. That means the market hasn't had a chance to trade with it, which means it's a catalyst. If it came out during market hours on Friday, we wouldn't be talking about it right now. Okay? Okay, let's continue. So crude oil. Is crude oil breaking out? Is it still in range? It's still very much in range. I'm not seeing anything there at all. Gold is kind of trying to break out. Again, I would be liquidating gold here. I wouldn't be initiating gold. I would be waiting for gold to come back to the 8-day EMA or possibly this area right here, which is at 35.20. Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin doing anything? No. And I do have the right contract. I had the wrong contract last Monday. It's doing nothing. It's consolidating here, which means we're probably not going to get a lot of directional bias from them. Yeah, Ford, look what Greg just said. He's absolutely right. And it's not Ford. It's not Ford Auto Company, which is kind of odd. I mean, you would think somebody would not give a stock. Carlos, you would think something, you would think that you would think that they wouldn't give a ticker symbol to something like that, but they did. They did. Carlos, is he leaving? Did he announce that he's leaving Sirius? Did he make that announcement, Carlos? Or is it just a rumor? Because I thought it was just a rumor. So let me know if he's leaving or not. Because I listened to Howie. I don't see Sirius Radio really being up or down this morning. So let me know. I don't think he's leaving. I didn't hear him leaving anything. Okay, let's continue. Folks, if you haven't given us a thumbs up and if you're getting benefit from this, please do. Hey, HG, good morning to you. Good to see you. Okay, US dollars. US dollar doing anything? No. Nope. Are we still in this range? We still are. Look at that. Still in this range. Yes, that's Kirk. That's why I said that. That's just a rumor, Carlos. That's why I said that. 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 That's that Japan is a catalyst today. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, I don't think Howard is going anywhere. All right, China. What is China doing? China is doing well. It's not a catalyst, but China is doing well. Okay, now that we've done this, let's talk about all of it, okay? Why is Japan a catalyst? And how come only one person here named it? The Japan closed sharply higher after Prime Minister announced his intention to step down. His decision to resign came after election defeats in which the Liberal Democrat Party lost its majority house. Now, this guy was, you see here, Japanese yen weakened against the dollar and concerns that political instability could put a pause on Japanese interest rate hikes. Remember, I've been telling you how Warren Buffett has been really hot and heavy in Japan. I don't think that's true, Helen. I think that's a rumor. I don't think that's been announced yet. We'll see what they announce today. I don't think that's the case. I haven't heard that yet. He was supposed to announce it today at 7:00. All right. We'll see what happens. So you see, the problem is this guy, this dude, this Ishiba guy, when they hired him for the job a few years back, when I started getting really bullish on Japanese yen, Warren Buffett realized this guy, he's a Harvard trained economist, and he understood that they need to start raising rates, which he started doing, and Warren Buffett started buying Japanese yen, and Japan started soaring. The problem is he's going to step down. That's a major problem, folks, for their economy. We may start seeing Warren Buffett and a lot of U.S. investors take money away from Japan. Do I know that to be the case? I don't, but there's a story behind this. And some of you know I've been following this story. But I told you guys about this. I've been talking about this. I've been following this for years. Basically, Japan was in a negative interest rate environment. They hired a new prime minister who understood that they need to, I mean, not higher interest rates. They had negative interest rates. You can't grow with negative interest rates. Their stock market basically didn't do anything for like 20 years. He started raising rates. Warren Buffett started investing immediately. I warned everybody that the market was going to go up. It's been a couple of years. I think it's been 3 years now, and he's stepping down. And I'm concerned, just like they're saying right here, that their interest rates will stop going up. Their interest rates are not high. They need to go higher for the market to start making money. And this could be a big problem. So it is a catalyst. This is a catalyst, a very big catalyst, actually. I followed it as I love Japanese market. It is not. Yeah. Eagle Beagle follows it. Not a lot of people follow it, but some people follow it. Thanks, William. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Yeah, if Sirius fires Stern, they're going to lose about 75% of their traction. I don't think that's going to happen. As I mentioned, Aplovian and Hood, if you didn't get APP as a catalyst, that's fine. I'm not going to be hard on you about that. But Hood catalyst, Oracle catalyst, you're going to get enough upside from technology with this, okay? This is an S&P 400 stock. This is not in the S&P 500. It's not a catalyst. This is not an S&P 500 stock. It's not a catalyst. Folks, this is not an S&P 500 stock. It's not a catalyst. Please stop giving me stocks that are not in the S&P 500. It tells me that you're too lazy to go check them out, because I'm showing you exactly how to do it right here. Here's the link for this. You can just go here, type in a ticker symbol, and it'll tell you right away. He was doing a very good job. He was doing a very, very good job. By the way, I forgot something. I totally forgot something. I'm a pig. Links. I don't know why I forgot. So, folks, VIP room. What is on the agenda for the VIP room? You may be asking yourself. So we're in September right now, right? September is not a very volatile month. September is more of a gyration month. So I'm going to talk about what are credit spreads. When's a good time to initiate credit spreads? September. What's the difference between a credit spread and an iron condor, and when to initiate iron condors? when to initiate credit spreads and when to initiate debit spreads, directional versus non-directional. The biggest difference between how I trade credit spreads compared to virtually anyone else out there. There's a story behind this, okay? Big difference. And I'll show you today. A big difference. And if you behave yourselves, maybe I'll even throw out a couple of credit spreads for you. And we'll do that. So yeah, Gregory, take a look at when he started investing. He started investing in Japan right when the new prime minister came along. And I told folks right when the prime minister was taking office, I had a private algo class with like 20 people, and I gave them as a bonus, invest in Japan, invest in all the companies Warren Buffett's investing in. Those companies went up big. So anybody who was sitting in that class did very. Ken, I don't know if Ken is here, but do you guys remember I was all over that when you guys were in my class? It was like 3 years ago, and he was just getting a job. And then a few months later, I told everybody about it, but I gave everybody that as my bonus on my live class. I said, guys, this is the time to invest in Japan. But now we have to be very careful. So now, folks, a lot of you are new here, and a lot of you have a lot of questions. You have to go to Customer Service Live. That's where you get your questions answered. Customer Service Live. Okay? Okay? Yeah. I'm going to talk about credit spread, the upside, the downside, all of it. All of it. And again, here's the link for that. It's happening in the VIP room today. Plus, I'll give you my top stocks. You guys don't want to miss it. Krish, you have my rules on it. So that stock I gave you, according to Krish, let me just see right here. Remember, I gave you the stock this morning at 7:15, and then I gave you the stock at 8:20. It went all the way up to 13. So now the new price for Octo is 13. I can't do anything about it if it's still going up. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for the heads up. But remember, it's the pre-market high is what we want to market at. The pre-market high. You're right on the time frame. 5 companies. He promised one that he owns 5%, that he won't buy more than 9.9. Yep. Yeah, Gregory. Now, how about me telling people that live as it was happening like 2.5, 3 years ago in the room? I have the notes from that session still. I still have the date from it, actually. Nobody was talking about it, but we were. Okay, so Octo now, the Octo price now is almost 13. It's $13. So it doubled in price since I called it this morning. Mea culpa. What are you going to do? Ooh, very nice, Cam. Very nice. Very nice. So here's another link for Customer Service Live. I'm going to get into stocks in just 1 second. We're going to get into all the good stuff right now. Volatility. What's volatility doing? Nothing. It's still in this range. Should we be expecting major downside from the market today? No. What about momentum levels? Let's see if what's leading right now. Let's see if technology is starting to lead again. Semiconductors, technology, QQQ, consumer discretionary. We're all over. This is like a perfect storm right here. This is what you call no congruency. You got consumer staples next to mixed. You have consumer staples next to mid caps and Russell, and you have healthcare next to retail. I mean, if that doesn't tell you everything, I don't know what else we need to hear, right? Think about that for a minute. You got the 2 most defensive sectors next to the 2 most speculative ones. You have like a mixed bag right now. Semiconductors and industrial are here. And so the top 4 sectors that drive the market are right here. Tech, financial, industrial, and semiconductor. No soup for us, guys. No soup for us. Technology's right here. There's no soup for us here. Okay. What about vulnerabilities? Well, the overall market looks okay. I mean, you have over 50% of stocks trading above the Nasdaq 100. You're still at 59 on the S&P 500. The vulnerabilities right here. Nasdaq 100, tech, 47. This was 48%. Now it's 47%. And meanwhile, infotech, excuse me, consumer discretionary and communication are still in the upper 80th percentile, the highest levels they've been in the last 10 years, as I've shown you before. So you still have a lot of vulnerability in the market, a lot of vulnerability in the market. Small caps are starting to gain traction, which is good. The market is fairly stable, but large cap tech stocks, not the mega caps, but the large cap tech, basically everything except the mega caps is not looking all that great. Well, let's take a look at some levels. And you do have reasonably good momentum. Let me show you this. Over 100, over 100, over 100, over 100. Downside, not so much. Roger, how come you haven't been giving us shorts? Because we don't have any institutional interest in shorts right now. They're just liquidating. They're not going short. They're not putting any exposure on the short side. Every time we have a short, it just bounces right back and becomes support. We need to find grinders to the short side, not breakdowns. They're not following through right now. And I haven't been trading to the short side ever since Lulu. Remember Lulu before Germany? That was like 2 months ago. It's not a good idea to trade to the short side when the market's making all-time highs. Okay. I also have 3 potential A lines for you on my watch list today, but you guys are going to have to wait till the end for me to give them to you. Okay. So where are we right now from a daily chart? Let's look at the daily chart without any mock-up on it, okay? All right. So this is the daily chart. Remember I told you we were up here Friday and I said we're too far away. I even drew this. I said like this. I said to you guys, look at what happened here. We came back. Look at what happened here. We came back. Look at what happened here. This is me going back to Friday. I said every time we were right here Friday morning, right here. And I said, we're too far away from the 8-day. What did we do? We opened and came straight down. Now you could see we're not that far away from the 8-day EMA, and we're not touching the 8-day EMA. Roger, why are you so obsessed with the 8-day EMA? As I explained to you, I have a theory. And unlike somebody who's running this country, I don't talk when I don't know things 100%. So I'm not going to say this is a 100% certainty, but I'm going to say that I have a very strong suspicion because I've been seeing it for so many decades now. I think institutions are putting a 5-day anchored VWAP at the low of a 5-day bar. The 8-day EMA simulates the 5-day moving average, the simple 5-day moving average. This is the 8-day EMA. It's a little faster. But I think what's happening is I think institutions are using the 5-day low on the VWAP, which would make sense why prices bounce off of the 8-day when it hits it so hard. Can I prove it? No. Therefore, I'm not going to say it's a fact. Do I think it's a fact? I think it's 300% guaranteed, but I'm not going to say it because I don't know it. I'm a very specific person. Unlike somebody else we know who just likes to talk and talk and talk, I'm not like that. I'm very specific. And if I can't prove something, I'm not going to tell you that it's true. But I would bet a lot of money that there is a VWAP near the 5-day low. I think they put VWAPs, which would make perfect sense. That's what I would do if I was a market maker. Happy Monday, Kevin. Shamez. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody who's just coming in here. All right. So you see how we're right at the 8-day moving average? For a Monday, I think we're just going to hover around here. I don't think we're going to get a lot of traction. If anything, I think we're going to touch the 8-day EMA, which is right here. All right, and I'll go to my live charts in a few minutes. I just want to show you these. They don't have a lot of writing on them. QQQ, let's take a look. QQQ, same thing. Look at where they came. Look at where they came on Friday, right there. They opened right there, and look at where they came down, right to the 8 and 15-day line, like literally right down to that, down to a tick. Okay, so I think we're going to open and come down a little bit or just kind of hover around here. I don't think we're going to break Friday's high, and we may match Friday's low, but I don't think we're going to break out. It's Monday. We don't have a lot of data beginning of this week. A lot of folks are still coming back from the holidays. I would be very, very, very cautious with directional bias today. I would let the market show its hand. What about mega caps? And I hope this is benefiting you guys. All right, let's look at mega caps. Mega caps are looking solid. They're not declining right now. They're not behind the market like they did right here. Perfect A line right here, by the way. They're looking great. What am I expecting to happen? I'm expecting them maybe to go a little bit higher and maybe go a lot lower. When I say a lot lower, I don't mean a lot. I mean intraday go down to like right here. Look. See that? See how I'm connecting the lows right here? Or if I was to go a little lower, maybe right here. See how it matches, comes right down to the 8-day EMA right here? That's what I'm talking about right here. I know I'm being very nuanced, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. I would be shocked. No, I wouldn't be shocked, but I would be a little surprised if we just opened and went straight up. We need to make some tailwind here to the 8-day EMA. I hope you guys are paying attention. Let's look at the Dow. Same thing. Same thing. Are we going to touch the 8-day EMA? Almost virtually guaranteed, and maybe even the 15-day. This tends to respect the 15-day better than the 8-day. But you see where we're at right now? Looks the probable session today will be inside day, where we don't take out the high and we don't take out the low. Kevin says Octo went to 18. Listen, guys, what can I tell you? My job here is to give you stocks that have the potential to give you the most move in the day. Have I been doing my job? Have I been giving you the best small cap stocks every morning? I gave you the stock originally at 7.15, then we updated it to 8.20 or something, and now it's at $19 almost. Mea culpa. What are you going to do? I give you good stocks. Do you guys like the small cap stocks that I give you, or do you want me to stop giving them to you? Let me know. Let me know. Let's do a little survey. Do you guys want me to continue giving the small cap stocks like this one that just uh, more than doubled its price in the last half hour? Or do you want me to give you stocks that don't go anywhere? Let me know. Let me know. Let's see what the feedback is. Look at the volume on this baby. Just so you know, small caps are not driven by price. They're driven by volume. Keep doing it, please. Charlie says, gee, yes, love them. Yes. Yes. Jump back down. Jeff, I mean, I'm just telling you, the high, pre-market high is what you want to do. Love them, making money. Yes, keep them coming. Yes, please going. More small caps. Them go up pre-market. That's great. How about the pit and others? All right. Well, everybody likes them, so I'll keep giving it. Obviously, I don't know where this is going to go, where the high is going to be pre-market. But so far, it's now 1876. Also, keep your eye on that Ford. Remember that Ford uh, at 37.65 and PT at $2. $2. All right, let's continue. Guys, I can't, I'm now monitoring it, and I'm telling you, don't trade them pre-open. Trade them after the market opens at the pre-market high. So the Dow, see how we're at right now? This is kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen for most of the sectors today. We're going to have an inside day where we don't have a lot of upside. We kind of come down a little, we come up a little bit, and we get stuck here. Okay. The biggest thing that's going to tell me if my theory is correct after the market opens is going to be the ADD. I want to see if the ADD is like 300 up, 300 down. That's going to solidify the fact that the market's not going to go anywhere. But if I see ADD at like positive 1200, 1400 or negative, that changes the story. All right, let's continue. SMH. Let's look at SMH. Same thing. You see that? Same thing. Right off of the 8-day EMA. This is very nice because this will give us a lot of A lines for stocks. What I'm hoping is that we take out the high today. but it's Monday. What I really want to see. So here's what I want to see, folks. What I want to see, you see how all of these are right below Friday's high? What I really want to see, I'm going to be very straight with you. What I really want to see is Friday's high taken out on all the indices. Do I think that's going to happen? Absolutely not. Why? We don't have too many catalysts today. Earnings are behind us. It's September. We have CPI data later this week, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. Um, too many stocks are sitting too close to the 8-day EMA, and it's Monday. What are the things that are making me think it may happen? The bond market breaking out. So now you know everything I'm thinking. You now have me inside. You now have me inside your head. I'd like to see us take out the. What I'd like us to see is do this. Here, let me just go to SMH. It's a good example. Here's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see us open flat from Fridays, so there's no gap. Then I would like to see this touch this area right here and then start rallying, and then take out the high of Friday. Now, we can all dream. I don't think that's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is we're going to open up a little lower or flat, just kind of flat, and we're going to drift because it's Monday. If we do break the high, I'll be notifying you in the Telegram channel throughout the day. But I think we're going to have just a mild inside day today, especially on the technology stocks. Unless Trump says something about tariffs or I don't know. I'm way past that. Now, what am I fearful of? So let me tell you what I'm fearful of. Look at QQQ right now. This is a 1-month high. When we broke out on the SPY Friday, listen and listen good right now. When we broke out on Friday on the SPY, we made an all-time high. We took out this area right here. Look. See this? This is that area. We took it out. This is a higher high. We couldn't do that on the QQQ, which means the QQQ is not leading right now. Look at QQQ. That's the high. We couldn't come up with the high. See, look. See this area right here? We can't get up there yet. We need to get above that area. Roger, how come we're not breaking out on this thing? Well, here's why. This is why. Because the QQQ has only 47 stocks trading above the 50-day moving average. So all of this gains, and folks, I hope to God you're listening to what Uncle Roger's saying right now. All of these gains on the QQQ, not all of these gains, most of these gains on the QQQ, if you want to call it gains, because we're still in this channel, which also leads me to believe we're not going to break out because we couldn't break out Friday when we broke out and made an all-time high on the SPY. We couldn't do it on the QQQ, which means which means technology is lagging right now. And you can also see that right here. You could see where all the speculative sectors are. Technology, semiconductor. So you see how I'm giving you a 3D view of everything? Explaining to you why this is lagging behind, showing you 3 different ways where the vulnerability is. Do you see that? This is the vulnerability. Technology is vulnerable right now. Well, what's driving the QQQ, Roger? How come the QQQ made an all-time? It got so close to an all-time high. The mega caps. The mega caps made an all-time high on Friday. Look, and they're sitting right up there. But look at the QQQ when you strip away the mega caps. See that? There's no breakout in the QQQs. So you see how equal weighted QQQ is down here consolidating? QQQ is up there consolidating. And if it wasn't for the mega caps, see, look at that. They're just consolidating here. And QQQ, you're not going to get this type of analysis anywhere else, folks. I promise you that, especially this morning, maybe after the fact. See, look at QQQE. Now look at mega caps. Do you see what's buzzing? The mega caps are distorting and making it look like the QQQ is busting out. but the QQQ is doing this. This is what the Nasdaq looks like right now, folks. You got to be very, very careful. Take care, Eagle Beagle. Good for you, Eagle Beagle. Good for you. See that? That's really what the Nasdaq looks like right now. So my suggestion is keep an eye on this bar, this price action right here at 98, 99. We want to break 99. See every time we try to break this level, I'll raise it a little bit actually. Here. Every time we try to break this level for over a month now, we haven't had any directional bias on Nasdaq stocks. Look at that. So a lot of people are shorting, they're going long, and they're choppy, and they don't know why they're choppy because the market, the S&P looks like this. But what they're really trading is this. Do you think you're going to get a lot of directional bias from this? No. You're going to get quicksand. You're going to get quicksand here. Okay? So you may think you're trading this, but you're not. You're not trading that. You're really trading this plus QQQs. Plus mags. Okay? So understand we have a lot of vulnerability right now. A lot of vulnerability in the Nasdaq 100. And I think that's going to pressure the S&P to come off. Now, look at RSP. Look, same thing. You take away these mags and you're going to have a very, very choppy market. Okay? Not a weak market. Just look at the mega caps. You take away the mega caps and you're stuck with this. So the market is not nearly as strong as it appears to be from the outside. I'm going to repeat that again. The market is not nearly as strong as it appears from the outside. It's not weak. It's not weak. It's extremely boring, choppy, and doesn't have a lot of directional bias right now. And if you're curious why you're trading stocks and they're turning into quicksand, is because 98% of the Nasdaq has been looking like this for the last month and a half. You understand? Okay, let's look at Russell 2000. Tomorrow I'll give you intraday price levels. Tomorrow I'll give you new intraday price levels. Russell looks pretty good. Russell's going higher. Interest rates are going lower. Russell's going higher. I like the Russell right now. I may start picking more small cap stocks. Okay, in the future. Okay. Let me just see if I can here. Let's go here. All right. Look at my levels for these are levels that I drew for you last week. They're still good. You don't need different levels right now. Same levels. Same levels. Nothing changed. We're still inside last week's range. So this is the high. I told you this was going to be the high, 648.86. Look at how well we hit my levels. Look at that. It's pretty damn good. I gotta admit. But you can refer to Friday's levels. They haven't changed yet. I'll update them tomorrow. QQQ. Look at the lows. Pretty damn good. Holding on pretty well right here. I'll update this right here. Yeah. I'll go ahead and send you a new one on Telegram right here. This one. There you go. SMH, same levels. Nothing changed. I'll go ahead and post these for you. There you go. There you go. Okay, you guys should have them. So I like small caps. I like small caps and interest rate sensitive stocks right now. Even consumer discretionary is not looking too bad. I would be very, very cautious with technology, especially the Nasdaq 100. What I want to see is I want the Nasdaq 100. Here's what I want to see. The Nasdaq 100 will be back in play. And remember, it's September, folks. The Nasdaq 100 will be back in play after we have a breakout or a breakdown of this. You understand? We don't have clarity yet. We don't have clarity on the large caps right now. A lot of people are getting quicksanded right now. All right. Yeah, I could do IWM. Hold on. Yeah, let me do IWM for you. It only takes me a minute to do them. There you go. Let me post them for you. Remember, we have to get into stocks. We have to get into stocks that I'm liking for today. Okay. Uh, where is it? I thought I cut and pasted it, but I guess I didn't. 1 second. Oh, there it is. Here's IWM. There we go. I just posted IWM for you as well. Okay. So you see this? This is a major problem. I was hoping once the bond market broke out, I was hoping once the bond market broke out, and it is breaking out, not just the Russell 2000, but the QQQ would also start moving. But they're not, as you could see right here. They're not moving. So I need to see QQQE break out either to the upside or to the downside. So you guys understand why I'm not seeing a lot of directional bias in the market today, especially the large caps, just not seeing it. Inside day, inside day, inside day, which is why I'm not updating the levels on the SPY. Okay. All right, let's talk about stocks that I'm looking at. Shorts and long. Um, Bright House Financial. These are shorts. Ryan. Lulu. Boy, did I miss this one. Yeah, the last time we shorted a stock was somewhere right around here somewhere, I think. It's been a while. It's been a while. OKE, and I'll give you a couple of links in a minute. OKE, TW, CHA, Shack, Shack, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful short right here. That's a nice looking short right there. Vert, breaking the 200, and Vist. It's a nice breakdown. Now let's look at long stocks, okay? I got a couple of A lines for you. ADM. That's a nice A line right there. That's a real nice A line right there. GD. Starting, not an A line yet, but could be setting up to be a nice A line. And another one is ZBH. Again, not an A line, but setting up to be a nice A line, potentially. Potentially. Yeah, just needs to go above this price action right here, 106.65. Okay, now my regular stock. See how I always give you A lines if I see A lines because they're so high probability. I love my A lines. A&ET, Newmont is still in play. You know what this mic is really good for? Scratching your nose. While you're doing a live class, I could be talking and scratching my nose at the same time. It's fantastic. Newmont Mining, CRDO. CRDO still looks good. Home Depot. Didn't even notice that was on my list till just now. Interest rate sensitivity, home builders, things that people need for homes, home builder, those kind of things. Interest rates. SCDG, NVT. Jason, I talked about it all weekend. I spent all weekend talking about it. All weekend. Watch the video from the weekend. This is a beauty. NVT, UAL, traveling stocks going up. People love to spend money when interest rates go lower. This makes mattresses. This company, they make that Therma, that mattress company. Nice looking price action, by the way. Very nice looking price action. And Fox A. Yep, exactly, Kevin. Exactly. Nice. Those are my longs. Okay, so folks, generally speaking, you're going to be watching the bond market to see how much follow through this has to the upside. And you're going to be watching QQQE and the relationship between QQQE and whether if this is breaking out on a daily, which right now it's not. It's straight in, it's doing nothing. It's dead right. Look, it's flat right now, nothing. And you're going to be looking at that, and you're going to be looking at MAGs. Okay? I'm just going to tell you right now, if QQQE can't get it beyond this level, actually, I already have this here. If we can't get out of this area, upside is going to be very, very limited in stocks. Hence, I want to see us get above this area. We need to get above this area or below this area. Until we get out of this area, you're going to be in quicksand mode. And I'm anticipating that'll maybe the majority of September, which means we have to pick stocks that have volume, stocks that can stand on their own, not be very careful going short, especially in this market, and just be very overly cautious. Now, folks, again, I will have a very, very special session today in the VIP room. I'm going to talk about the difference between income trading and directional trading. I'm going to talk about what setups work really well and what you need for each one. I'm also going to talk about the difference between credit spreads and iron condors. I'm going to be talking a lot about income. I'm going to talk about how to put together an income trade. I'm going to talk about why my income trades are vastly different from most other folks and give you the underlying reason behind it and explain to you why I switched from doing it one way to doing it a completely different way, okay? Also, don't forget Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. They will help you every step of the way, okay? Now, folks, if you haven't given us a thumbs up, if you've enjoyed this show, if you've benefit from it, give us one thumbs up right here. One time. If you give it more than once, it'll take away your previous one. What's the final level on October? I don't have levels for October yet. I'm still in September. But folks, give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this presentation. If you enjoyed this class, here's my email, roger@rogerscott.com. I have to get to work or I'll be in trouble with Clyde. And I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Okay? Bye, guys. Oh, Octo. I'm sorry. I thought you meant October. Here, I made a mistake. Sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying. Octo, you have to find what the pre-market high is. Right now, the pre-market high is 1855, so that would be the level we would be using. You have to find out what the pre-market high, and that becomes your alert for this stock. It's kind of funny. I talked about it when it was at $7 and $8, and now it's at $18, and it's been only an hour. So you see, guys, the big secret to finding these small cap stocks is not price action. It's volume and then price action. Okay. Big difference. All right. Sorry about that. I didn't understand what you were saying. I didn't understand what you were saying. I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Love you all. And thank you for such a wonderful feedback I've been getting from everybody. You guys are fantastic. Hopefully, I'm giving you guys exactly what you need to help you stay out of trouble and make money. Bye. Have a great day, everybody. I'll be driving to work right now. Folks, remember, it's Monday. It's Monday. We got to be careful. I'm expecting mostly inside price action today, inside day. I'm not expecting anything crazy. Keep your eye on mega caps and keep your eye on the relationship between mega caps and QQQE, not QQQ, QQQE. Okay? Very important. Very important. Yeah, whatever the pre-market high, Sylvain, is, whatever the pre-market high is. I can't control the price. I can only tell you whatever the pre-market high is. All right, guys, have a great day. Be careful today. Don't get into something that you will regret later on. Notice how picky I've been in the pit lately and everywhere else, and it's been paying off. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. I'll see you from the office. I'm going to drive there right now. And Clyde will be babysitting all the positions. All right, guys. Bye.